find there to have been that violation, I'm revoking 5 years.
And
And he will
reinstating
be
the
continued on probation, Your Honor?
And reinstate the balance.
Thank you.
Might I ask, is it possible for my client to turn himself in to make arrangements?
I think y'all knew when you came in here that this was a strong possibility. So, no, I'm sorry.
I genuinely feel bad for Mounk Tounk. So let's run the rest of this.
It sounds like maybe it was revoked, but it was just wrapped up in something else is how I would take that. I don't know. But, or that a violation was found, but we don't know what that was or anything like that. All right. So does probation have a recommendation in this case?
Due to the last minute notification of this probation revocation, I would leave that up to the courts to make that decision.
Okay. All right. Well, I find there to have been a violation as alleged, and again, even discounting the item number 8. What is the state's recommendation?
In full candor to the court, Your Honor, I'm going to leave it. The state is going to leave it in the full discretion of the court. Your Honor is fully aware of the conditions. Your Honor witnessed the testimony and how it affected the trial of the case, and I'm going to let Your Honor be the full steward of deciding what the penalty should be as it relates to all of the time that Mr. Sledge still has remaining on probation.
All right. Well, I know that at least I believe in the petition for revocation, the request is that the entire 30 years be revoked. Is that right?
It's not the request.
You're just telling me that's what he has at this point, although it can't be all of it, right? I mean, he's been on probation for at least a couple of years, and did he serve it? What's left?
He just started on December 8th of 2023. I think he got credit for the time. I think he was in for 2 years, so he would have 26 and change or 25 and change.
I'm sorry, correct, 22.
My bad.
The exact number. That would be 27 years, 7 months, and 8 days.
All right. All right, thank you. Anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor, nothing further from the state.
Okay.
Your Honor, if it'll please the court, I understand the court's ruling that there's a violation. Ultimately, I guess to some degree, while it's not clearly akin to a substantive versus technical violation of probation, it is a non-violent, non-new offense kind of violation, and I would say if the court is going to violate my client, it would be more germane to treat it as a technical violation. We have expressed to the court different thoughts and reasons for the way the testimony came out. We don't know what effect, if any, one way good or one way bad, that has had. But in terms of his violation, I would ask the court treat it more as a technical. He has one grandchild on the way, one that just came early this year with Ms. Jaquila Freeman. So the point is, he has been staying out of the way. He's been complying with probation. I would ask the court to maybe consider if you want to put more restrictions and make his probation much more of a, not just something he's on, but something that now has more teeth to it because he's been working. He's been taking care of his family. He's staying out of trouble. He's turned that corner. And literally, it was always our hope he wouldn't have to come in and testify. And there was a reason the state allowed this plea to go forward so that he could step away. And in doing so, if you recall, you may have remember from his testimony, by no fault of his, he was a victim of a crime where he was shot multiple times and had to recover from that. So we would ask the court to consider some restrictions first as opposed to custody. And if you do go with custody, we would ask to consider it as a technical type of violation, not a substantive violation in which you would be authorized to give him an even greater sentence. So we would leave it in the discretion of the court, but we're asking again for a non-custodial revocation punishment.
Okay, well, I don't view it as a technical violation or akin to a technical violation, considering the solemn oath that he took when he said that he understood every term within the plea agreement, factual acknowledgments, and sentencing acknowledgments, and understood, and in fact, orally answered that he understood when both asked by the prosecutor and the court at his plea hearing that a failure to abide by any of the terms would constitute a violation of the agreement, and he was notified that the entirety of his probation could be revoked. I do appreciate the fact that this particular violation is a nonviolent violation, but I also appreciate the fact that some of the many why this could have occurred include the fact that there is just not a proper regard for the judicial system and the seriousness with which an oath in court needs to be taken. I actually view this much more akin to perjury, frankly, than a technical violation, and the sentence for perjury is up to 10 years. I am going to revoke 5 years of Mr. Sledge's probation. And Mr. Sledge, I am sympathetic to the fact that you have generally stayed out of trouble, and I want to commend you for that. And I really hope that this revocation doesn't set you back. But we've got to take seriously the court system. So that's the sentence of the court. I find there to have been that violation. I'm revoking 5 years.
And
And he will
reinstating
be
the balance.
continued on probation, Your Honor?
Yeah, and reinstate the balance.
Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
Might I ask, is it possible for my client to turn himself in to make arrangements?
I think y'all knew when you came in here that this was a strong possibility. So, no, I'm sorry. All right, court is adjourned.
I'm not supposed to say this, but the judge was right. The judge was right. And the judge could have did him even worse. After sitting back and thinking about it, because my first thoughts was to just come on here and go off and start cussing and swearing and saying a bunch of stuff that at the moment I'm in my thoughts about. So, yeah. But the judge said something that was very, very important. Bro, you committed perjury. That's 10 years. So, to be fair, Mounk Tounk got off a little bit light. Was it perfect? No. Do I feel bad for him? 100%. But that's why y'all don't sign these plea deals with these RICOs and all of this stuff and everything like that unless everybody signs it. If everybody ain't with it, don't sign it. That's how it's supposed to go. So when we're sitting here and we're looking, because we have to be fair about it, bruh, your lawyer really was a terrible ass lawyer, and I said that shit when I said it, bruh. His lawyer was a horrible fucking lawyer, and if I'm them, I'm going to go ahead and complain. Now, there's violations on violations on violations. Mounk Tounk getting 30 years on probation is effing ridiculous. Let's just be fair. He only has 2 counts, count 1 and count 30. I'll put them at the end of the video so y'all can kind of see everything that mentions him as far as this RICO. But I want to talk to the people, to the cats that's in the streets that's watching this shit. Don't trust these motherfuckers, bro. Do not trust these people. This was textbook got your ass. Mounk Tounk signed a deal to come in there and testify and really go in there and levy some shit and set some stuff up. Sorry, that's this little smell good thing right here. But basically to come in here and basically be a real witness for the state and then explain the inner workings of YSL and how it operates and all of this stuff. And essentially you weren't a founding member, but you was a big dog over there. You were supposed to let more stuff fly out your mouth that's supposed to make it look bad. And he didn't do that. See, it seemed to me that Mounk Tounk thought that he was going to come in here and get some type of fame and all of this stuff and run his notoriety. He did an interview on this dude that's the feds or whatever, like out of Baltimore or something like that. I didn't watch it, but I seen it pop up across my timeline that somebody sent me. I just blocked it. Don't send me that dude, the police. But either way it go, you out here basically disrespecting these people. Your time was coming. When you told that woman, I'm not afraid of you, I'm not your child and all of this stuff, and she walked your ass down, once Miss Love realized that she was doing a whole lot of yelling and all of this stuff and started to bring her tone down, that's when she snatched you. She kept on catching him up left and right. Listen, I get it. We don't like Miss Love, but Miss Love ain't in her position because she's that bad. She has a I'm willing to do what it takes attitude. She's the person that we look at it in the movies and we get upset with, that plays a damn general or something like that, that presses the button that destroys everything, and her testimony is, I was just following orders. That's the type of person Miss Love is. But at the same time, you want to start the blame, you put the blame on Mounk Tounk. You should have never signed that deal. None of you cats, all you niggas that's watching this stuff, don't sign no damn deal when you got other people involved. You will be screwed. This ain't the only time. Mounk Tounk is the sacrifice for the rest of these people. You don't think this ain't had no effect on everybody else that's coming in there from YSL? Shit, yes it is. Come in there playing if you want. Come in there acting stupid if you want. Bruh, your stuff went all the way back to 2013. All you had to do was come up and say out of your old ass mouth, I am 42 years old. I've experienced so much life that I can't go back to there and fully remember and feed them breadcrumbs or say I don't fully recall. This is how I remember it. That's all you had to do. And you chose not to. I know he ain't watching this. I know he in that holding tank. I know he's sad as shit. I know it. I don't know his family, but if I'm in Atlanta, I run across his family, I'll put some money on his books, man, and pray for him. I'm going to just pray for him. I can't do nothing else for him. It's just one of those things where we had a very good day in court. A very good day in court as far as the defense goes. And I ain't going to hold you. For the most part, the prosecution seemed more amicable. It seemed a little better. Now, granted, Abate is a elongated motherfucker. But, you know what? Let's just get on with the rest of this.
All the work that you talked about here and your studies, and I'm not mentioning everything, but your interviews, reviewing interviews, cell phone plotting, videos, all your work, okay? Mm-hmm. Then at some point, do you remember the date in 2018 you interviewed Mr. Kelvin Treadwell, O.G. Bentley? Do you remember that?
Which day was this again?
2018.
Oh, right. Yes, I do remember that. Yes. That was another matter, but I do remember it.
And do you remember stating that you can't understand why people think that Thug, I call him Jeffrey, had something to do with the killing of Nut, I call him Mr. Thomas? That doesn't make sense? That's the thing that always confused me about this case, because all these rumors started immediately that Young Thug had something to do with it. But yeah, then Young Thug put a picture of him on Instagram, Mr. Thomas. So I'm looking at these people saying, oh, you and Little Woody had something to do with it. The more investigated the case, the more I've investigated the case, I just don't, near as I could tell, Young Thug and Birdman were friends with Mr. Thomas or Nut, so I don't know why people say that he was involved.
Well, I recorded the interview, so I'm assuming that's a verbatim quote. I don't have everything I said during that interview memorized, but I'm assuming that, like I said, since you're reading from a transcript, that, yeah, I said that.
Okay. All right.
I hold my head on certain things that I can do in life, right? And I know for a fact, if I ever challenge Brian Steele to a game of Connect 4, that game, we probably going to have to play about 10. And I'm going to hope that we split. I really, real life, seen this man too many times now prove why he is a damn chef. Brian Steele today did something that I don't think most people caught because they were too busy doing what I was doing in the first place. And I'm going, bruh, still kind of long-winded, man. Come on, bruh, you putting these people to sleep. Nah. Still was on point like a damn thorn in there today. Bruh, that man, if he was if he was, let me put it this way. If he was on the side of the state, it would have been bad. It would have been real bad. That man is damn good. Do y'all realize Still proved the second phone? He proved that Woody had a second phone? He asked that officer, because the phone was to a lady, he literally was like, hey, so if the phone is in somebody's name, does that necessarily mean that it's owned by another person? I mean, by that person, or could somebody else have it? And I ain't gonna hold you. Sprinkle is actually going to get an A- today. Because he was actually very truthful. And you knew he was truthful because his ass didn't bring that laptop. Shout out to Scott. He didn't bring that damn laptop. So he came with the truth. He took a lot of these people at their word. And I ain't gonna hold you, bruh. The way in which it was going, man, he didn't want to answer certain questions. But basically, that's what ended up happening, man. His ass was chefing today. Sorry, the phone went off. Damn stupid ass iPhones. So yeah, bruh. He was cooking. He was doing his thing. He basically just got him to admit Doug ain't even supposed to be on his trial. But I gotta give him just the A. I can't give him the A+ today. Because when they said it, nobody caught it. The masses weren't arisen with it. He should have, I keep on saying this stuff, bro. If Steele had the ability to hit the replay and say it a different way and make them say the same thing twice to really hit home, would have sunk this damn thing all the way off. But he didn't. So you could only get an A. And on top of that A, bro, that's the closest to an almost A+ that I can give, bro. Still was on fire today. And on top of that, they didn't go to McDonald's. They didn't. Still said, I'm finna impeach Gaither, I'm finna impeach Dennis, and I'm finna impeach goddamn squirrel brain Thorpe ass. That's what he said without saying it. Still knew exactly what he was doing. And he waited for that second round because I don't know if Sprinkle is coming back. So, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. Still was already good. But as far as on a favorite scale, he just hit that Mount Rushmore, bro. I gotta give it to him. I'm sorry, Bruce Harvey. I gotta kick you off the Rushmore of my favorites. Don't take them Rushmore as it's not good. But I mean, when they come to the damn podium to talk, I'm waiting with anticipation. Like, ooh, I can't wait for this. Y'all be watching like those old school cartoons and you got the one who ain't the main character, because if this was Ninja Turtles, basically Steel is supposed to be Leonardo. So I'm looking at it like, ooh, boy, I like Raph right here. And Donatello. Like, you feel me? Like, Weinstein looking like Donatello, and Matador Adams is over there like Raphael. And everybody liked Michelangelo, so that was sharp for me. Shark came in like the new Michelangelo, the last Ronin. Yeah, I just showed y'all a little bit of my nerd talk. But yeah, bruh, Leonardo, a.k.a. Chef Damn Steel, was in there cooking. And I'm telling you, we might even do a live stream Sunday just so I could point out, pinpoint-wise, why the hell it was so damn great. But other than that, man, we had the new Detective Dennis. They was calling her Medea and all of this stuff. I'm like, come on. Oh my gosh. Y'all are ruthless. But they don't know what they're talking about. They don't. The best thing the state could have did, in my humble opinion, was absolutely fly somebody out gang-wise from California to talk about indicators and left the music out of here. because music, as far as rap goes, is all about interpretation. It is. And the only person who could truly tell you about them damn words, especially one of the most confusing rappers, Young Thug ass, this is probably the worst rapper that y'all asses could have came for to try to decipher his damn lyrics. I've had times where I'm listening to Young Thug like, sure. He literally said out his mouth, I'll never forget this line because me and the homie literally rapped it and didn't even think about it. Bitch, I kick it. I eat ice cream with my chicken. What? Look at it. Ludacris said chicken and beer. Roscoe say chicken and waffles. You say ice cream and chicken? And I don't even know if it's true or not. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Share to keep your people aware. Subscribe to the Net Bell to stay notified. We are 2K away from that $1,000 giveaway. Go back, comment on old videos and stuff like that. Increase your chances to win. It's looking like we're going to be giving $1,000 away next week, hopefully by like next Friday, because I'll be home so we can live stream it and you can get it in 4K. And then we'll probably have a live stream and bring people up. Let me get your thoughts on that. I'm going to tell y'all now, man, ain't no doing this on there no more. That's out, bruh. But other than that, y'all, if y'all got people that's in the streets, share this with them. This part right here, the video with them. The system is designed for the state to win. The millions that it is taking Young Thug and all of these individuals to fight this is not common amongst everybody else. The state, and Matador Adams said it before, the state has damn near unlimited powers. It does not matter where Miss Love is at. She's going to make her money. This is her 9 to 5. This is McDonald's to her. That's what it is. They have the resources to fight it. They have all the officers. They have all the detectives. They have all the attorneys. They hold the power. And y'all hold none. So before you sign that deal, before you jump off the porch, truly know what you are getting into. They got cameras against you. Your cell phones are against you. And your homies are against you. And worse, you against you. Because your ego might be out of place. But that's a decision for you. I pray for you.